Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Craig with Talking Fish coming at you with another episode. First and foremost, let me thank everybody, all the views, the shares, interaction on social media. It's super fun, super cool. Getting to kind of know you people a little bit. It's nice. I appreciate it and the sharing and all that. Uh, Much thanks for me. This is something I like to do. So the more you guys like it, it means a lot to me. So I really appreciate that. Um, with that being said, let's get into today's episode. So today's episode, if you heard the last one, was the Saugeye Slam with John Stahl. Everything you need to know about the Indian Lake Saugeye Slam, how to get started in it, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to fish it, how to measure fish, you name it, it's all there. Look it up. It's the episode before this one. So go back through Spotify, YouTube, check us out if you're interested, and it'll be right there. Before I start today on today's topic, I want to go over something that's really important. Um, there it is. So, my cousin Kate sent me this. Thanks, Kate, for the heads up and searching. Appreciate the help. I'm not gonna do like politics stuff here, but Ohio right now is trying to introduce a bill. From what I can read, this is pretty new. There's just some clips out, but if everything would go through next November, so November 2026, us as Ohioans would be able to vote to make hunting and fishing a constitutional right. From what I gather right now, it's just legal. But if this would go through and it becomes a constitutional right, it's going to be a lot harder to end hunting and fishing, public grounds, this and that. Like I said, I don't. It's pretty new. Excuse me. It's fairly hot off the press. It's definitely something we need to keep an eye out as outdoorsmen. So enough of that. Let's keep an eye on it. I think it's going to be important, especially if it would come down to being a constitutional right. It's going to be a lot harder to strip away from us. So maybe we'll do more on this later down the road. But for now, just putting it out there for everyone. Do your due diligence as outdoorsmen. Check into it, research it, and if everything goes the way they're talking, then we need to get out and vote next November for this. But enough of that. Let's get into today's episode. And today I'm going to go over, piggybacking on the Saugeye Slam, I'm going to go over the 3 baits you need to have for the fall Saugeye bite. There's many baits out there, but in my opinion, these are the 3 must-haves in your box. And so maybe you're new to the Saugeye fishing scene and you're looking to build a tackle box, not spend a ton of money right away till you know what you like, this and that. Or maybe you're looking just to throw a box together to be more mobile, to walk the banks in a kayak, jump on your buddy's boat, whatever. A lot of you people probably know this, and that's fine, but we're here to help everyone. If these are what you like or use, drop in the comments and share your favorite colors, share your favorite brands, what works for you. If you think I'm missing one, drop in the comments and say, hey dummy, you forgot this. So anyhow, let's get into it. So the 3 baits that you need to have in your tackle box for fall Saugeye fishing. Grab some here. Number 1, and this is no particular order, but if you only had 3 baits to take with you, the first bait on my list is going to be a swim bait, typically a 4-inch. You can play with smaller or bigger. Like I said, use this as a guideline to figure out what you want. What do you want to use? And then go from there. There's always experimentation, throwing a bigger bait, throwing a smaller bait. This is just going to be a baseline average to get you into catching fall Saugeye this season. And then once you get the hang of it, a little more experience or a little bit more cash, whatever, you can play with what's working for you and stuff like that. But like I said, this is really just to build out a really solid box. So number one, I'm going to give you a couple options. Swim bait. Everybody knows what that is probably. There we go. It's a Big Joshy. It's Ohio brand. A lot of people love them. They have Facebook pages. You can find them on social media. They go over like how to use them, this and that. They make a ton of product. They were developed specifically for Saugeye. So check those out. You can find them at most bait shops, local stores. Let's see, that's a good option. And then dig through my box here. Another option, sticking with the Ohio theme, it's a Diamondback. I think that's a 3-inch, 3.5. Diamondback from Nasty Nate's Baits. Check it out. These are all swim baits, so if you want to stay local and do that Ohio route thing, for sure, look up Big Joshy, look up Nasty Nate's, support them, support local. Another one I know a lot of guys throw. It's not local, but you can find it at any local bait shop, outdoor store, whatever you want to call it. A lot of guys will throw something like this. It's a Keitech Easy Shiner. It's a 4-inch swim bait. Nice bait. There's more options than that, but I'm just giving you 3. So you can kind of do with what you want. Experiment, see what you like. Buy a couple boxes of each. There's no end all be all here. What works for somebody may not work for you. But yeah, so a 4-inch area swim bait. Like I said, Joshy, Nate's, Keitech, that's what most people are going to be using. You can start your box out that way. All 3 of those are pretty easy to come by. See, heads, I'd say more often than not, people are throwing 16-ounce to 1/8-ounce heads on those with a 1 or 2-aught hook. The Joshies, I do know, usually I think there's 1 or 2 heads, I believe, per pack. And if you buy like a 5-pack, I think it comes with a head or 2, if I remember correct. It's been a while. I've got so many stuff, I haven't had to buy them in a while. But or you can buy heads from wherever. It doesn't matter the brand, but look for that 16 to 1/8, depending on how deep you're fishing, where you're fishing. 1/aught to 2/aught hook. That's what most people are using. If you use something else, hey man, drop in the comments what's helped some people out here. But I'm just going over the generality, I guess, if that's a word, of the swim bait realm. So, second bait, open this up, not get hooked. All right. So the second bait that makes the list of the 3 Saugeye baits that you have to have this fall. You can tell these things are a little bit of a pain to store. There we go. Vibey blade bait. There's multiple brands. I personally like the Vibeys. Various weights depending on what kind of water, how deep your water is. Various colors. Let's see. I'm trying to get one that's easy to get to. I mean, you can go down the rabbit hole of a million colors, and it's up to you what you like, what you're confident in is the biggest thing. What gives you the confidence to catch fish? Like I said, Vibeys are one. I know they're very popular. A lot of the guys, Central Ohio, will throw those. And then there's the Rip and Wraps of various sizes. That's a 5, I believe. And then there we go. There's a number 6 Rip and Wrap. And like I said, those all come in various colors too. You got to figure out what you like, what you have confidence in. And if you're new to the blade baits, don't be intimidated. And if you go to my YouTube page, Talking Fish 101, search that on YouTube. I have a 5-minute, real simple beginning tutorial of blade bait fishing where I go over rod, power, length, setup, and varied retrieve. So like on these blade baits, we're popular to like yo-yo them. Some people snap jig them. stuff you're just gonna have to play with, see what you like, see what works for you. Very popular in a boat where you can vertical jig them. You can find some structure, something to sit over top of. That's the blade baits. The one thing I would like to know, I haven't been able to find this out. So if anybody out there knows, this would be greatly appreciated. Venom Lures went out of business. They were a good Ohio bait company, and they made their own blade baits also. And they got a little bit different, more like a crankbait style hook system. I love these. I mean, I like my Vibes too, but these right here are really good. They sold this mold. If anyone knows who has this mold, if they're making them, I'm sure obviously it's under a different name. But if you have any insight or info on what happened to the mold to these, I think they're called Vibramax. I know a lot of people like them. I like them, and I'm getting down to not having very many of them left. So if you know where those are located, whoever took that over, please drop in the comments and let us know. That would be great. But yeah, I mean, there's just these are good search baits. The blade baits, good search bait for especially if you're walking and you want to cover a lot of ground. You can fish an area fast. You can breeze through, trigger an active fish, that reaction bite. I like it. It's usually one of the first baits I throw. But a little tip, and you'll find this in that 5-minute video, real short video I got on YouTube about blade bait fishing. If you get to an area, this goes for the next bait I'm going to talk about too. If you're new to an area, throw your swim baits first, and it's not so much to try to catch fish. I'm trying to catch snags, because blade baits are expensive. They're $5 and up anymore, and I'm trying to save everybody money. But the swim baits, some plastic bodies and jig heads is a lot easier to swallow than a blade. And then that goes to my next bait, stick bait, jerk bait, whatever you want to call it. We get one out of the box here. A lot of you that are familiar with saugeye fishing are already familiar with this stuff. But there you go. There's a Smithwick. That's a very popular brand. Can't go wrong with those. You can't go wrong with anything. But like I said, this is just a kind of crash course on to get you started, get you a box built out. So there's 3 different types of jerk baits as far as action. You have the floaters. Let's see here. You have the floaters such as like a Berkley hit stick. Those are pretty popular. And I know a lot of you guys already know this, but some of you don't. So just hang in there with me if you're a veteran. I'm trying to help some people catch fish here. So like a hit stick's a floater. When you pull it down, it's going to slowly rise up. And then there's suspending. All these brands make suspending, floating, all that. It's not just the hit stick, the Smithwick. Depends on what you like, what colors you like. But then the suspending, you jerk it down. It'll just kind of sit there. It'll slowly sink, slowly rise. But for the most part, it'll stay pretty consistent. And then we'll cover this later, but your suspended baits, you can tune them by adding weights here and there. And that just keeps them in the water column at that certain depth a lot longer, especially for cold water. But we'll go over that at a later date. That's more of a tactic or whatever. Today we're just trying to get people out fishing and give them a couple ideas to help them catch some saugeye this fall. But like I said, you have your Smithwicks, X-Wraps, and hit sticks. I'm going to say those are probably the 3 most popular that most of the guys I know of that are big time in the saugeye are throwing. A lot of it's going to be after dark. A lot of people are going to throw those blade baits, swim baits before dark, and then transition into the stick baits after dark. Not to say that you can't use either or vice versa. You can catch fish on stick baits in the daylight. Vice versa, you can catch fish on a blade bait at dark. This is just some standard, I guess, run-of-the-mill stuff to get you started and help everybody out here. And on the jerk baits, just varying your cadence. You're gonna maybe you're ripping it really fast, maybe really slow, twitching one or two times and letting it sit. That's just one of those things, like John said on the Saw Guy Slam podcast. The fish are going to tell you what they want that night. That goes for all these baits. I mean, you can fish them a bunch of different ways. But yeah, so just vary your cadence till you find what you like. Color wise, if you don't want to go out, back to real quick, why to throw your swim baits first. Blade baits run about $5 and up. These are like $7 and up, depending on what brands you have. And some, like Mega Bass, those are $20. I personally can't bring myself to buy one. I've heard they're great. And if you fish a Mega Bass, especially for Saw Guy, let me know. Drop in the comments. Tell me how that worked for you. I know my buddies that bass fish swear by them, but man, $20. I can't bring myself to donate that to the lake because I know eventually it's going to happen. But anyhow, say you want to go with 3: blue chrome, clown, and then some. Those 2 are pretty consistent that everyone agrees upon. And then the third one, probably going to get a little bit more people's personal opinions on, like the Lime Crush, the Fire Tigers. White, you can never go wrong with white, in my opinion, on anything. So yeah, if you want to pick up a couple to get you going this fall, if you have the funds to pick up more than one, I suggest you get multiple brands. Same with the blade baits and the swim baits. If your funds allow you, grab you a pack of Joshies, grab you a pack of Kitex, hit up Nate for a Diamondback, Vibes, whatever else. There's some Cicada ones, the Rip and Wraps. Grab you 1 or 2 of each. Find out which brand that you have the confidence in. They all catch fish. It all depends on your style, what you're confident in, how you like to fish, where do you fish. You fish deep, you fish shallow. List goes on and on. But yeah, if you're just trying to jump into it, use this to help you get started. Hit up your local bait shops. Pick up a couple packs. A lot of these places have Facebook page, Instagram pages. Look them up there. And there's tactic pages, tips and tactics and stuff like that. And go out and catch you some fish, man. The fall bite is in full swing. People are doing pretty well. I know out here at Buckeye Lake right now, it looks like the Little Maumee, a lot of shoulder-to-shoulder stuff. But they can be had all over right now. People are having a lot of luck with these 3 baits. So, like I said before, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for all the support and the sharing and the views. Like and subscribe that just helps you get notified when a new episode comes out. I appreciate it. I said this earlier. If you have a certain color or a certain bait that you really like, drop it in a comment, man. What's helped some of these people that are just getting into Saw Guy fishing? What's helping them catch some fish? There's nothing wrong with sharing a little knowledge here and there. We don't gotta tell them where we're at. We don't gotta hold their hand to the spot. But hey, drop in the comments what colors you like. Maybe it's Smithwick Clown. I swear by it. Blah blah blah. Let's do that. Let's help people out here. That's the whole part of the fishing community. We're just here to enjoy the outdoors, catch some fish, make some memories, have a few laughs, get a couple dinners out of it, just have a good time, enjoy the water. So yeah, it's kind of a short one this week, but hey, it's is what it is. There you go. There's the 3 baits you got to have right now for catching you some Saw Guy. So hope this helps. Let me know if it does, and catch you right here next time. Talking fish.